Hey guys, and welcome to another LiveLongGear review. Today we have an Adventurer Survival Knife. It's from Rotcho. The item number is 3325 or 3235. Or sorry, 3335. Anyhow, it comes with a whole bunch of cool stuff. As you can see, this whole thing exploded. I'm going to be reviewing it. I'm going to pull it all out, kind of give my opinion on it, and just show you all what there is in it. Alright, let's tear into it. So this is the actual knife itself. I looked up on their website a little bit of information, and I found out that this is 420J steel. So there's that info for you. The blade is 5 1/4 inch. It's a type of stainless, and it's got rather heavy duty serration on the back for sawing things. It's not jimping. Don't get it confused. It's very sharp. If you put your thumb on that, it'll just tear you up. So immediately the first thing I notice is that there's a pin holding the blade in place. Bam. See that? There it is. I'm not a big fan of that, but I did read that people had made comments about that, the pin holding the blade in place on their website, and they kind of said, well, hey, we've never had a complaint about that. We've never had a customer return it or try and do anything like that. So that's good. The blade is fairly thick. It's fairly heavy duty. The handle, it feels like it's a type of metal as well. And one of the first features we'll talk about is the ability to cut wire. You've got the lock on your blade, and you've got the little piece right there. So you put your wire in, and you'd cut it. And in my experience, these always work great. Bam. Although, survival situation, tearing wire apart, maybe need smaller ones, longer ones, whatever. That's pretty handy. All right, and then I'm going to set this aside. We'll come back to this. There's a few more things inside it that we'll talk about. So you've got a piece of string on your knife, which I really like. I like the fact that the loop here, the metal that it's looped into, is very sturdy. I would probably replace it with 550. I just prefer it over, this is like a type of shoestring. And then I would tie that to myself if I were worried about losing it, or if I'm climbing over water or whatever, So I'm not going to tie it, I'm going to leave it like that. In the handle, you have your match holding space, or it actually comes with some fire starting material. This is all fairly heavy metal, by the way. You come with a decent compass that is north from where I'm sitting. Hold on, wait for it. Doesn't help that I'm shaking. A little shaky. Alright, there you go. Anyhow, it does work. I'll set it over here. There is an O-ring on this as well, and I would like to test the water resistance that provides, because it doesn't seem to sit down super tightly. Alright, so then we got a little piece of cotton. It's fairly tiny. It's not very compacted, so you can probably improve that by putting some better cotton in there. You've got this little container here, which appears to be a waterproof container. And it has Morse code on it. Bam. There it is. Sweet. Always like extra stuff. Alright, let's see if I can get this thing open. I'm going to move my stuff around here so it's kind of out of my way. I'll move that too. Man. See if I can get it out. That's what you call filled to the brim. Bam! There it is. Alright, stuff went everywhere. So, every kit comes with 2 band-aids. Bam, there they are. It says wash-proof plaster. Just little band-aids, just regular size ones. You can see them through the packaging. So there are those. They come with a tiny surgical blade, which I really like. Really obviously part of your environment plays in this, but if you're ever in a jungly area, this is nice. Clean things. Clean things are nice. So there you go, there's your little serrated surgical blade. Comes with a pencil. Everybody's seen these in school, high school, whatever work, college. Anyhow, there's just 2 of them, 2 little things, so you can write stuff, take notes, pick under your fingernails, whatever you do with them. I don't know. Comes with 2 safety pins. There's those. Stuck to my finger. And then we've got this little package here. Also, it comes with a a striker rod. Okay, that's sweet. I'd be worried that this would break, especially with the amount of force that sometimes is necessary, because it's fairly thin. I'll set it on the dollar for a little better perspective. But you can tell it's fairly thin. Man, I'm surprised you can see that from there. So here we go. Taped. Somebody taped this thing shut. I'm not going to take it completely apart. I mean, I will. Oh, it's a staple. But it has string in there. It has like fishing line, I mean string. It also looks like it has thread so that you can thread things in the event that your clothing breaks and things like that. And then it's got little sinkers in here as well, which you may think is, oh, I don't need that. But if you're ever stream fishing or anything like that, especially in faster streams or even small rivers, that is going to be amazing. It comes with several hooks. Man, that little staple is just not letting me get anything out, is it? Oops. Alright. Move that stuff aside. So we got a pair of needles. Again, very useful. You can use that, I mean, sometimes you can use a knife to pick out big slivers and things like that, but sometimes you need the finesse that a little needle allows you to have. So here we've got string. And I'm going to be doing other reviews of each one of these things. I'm going to put them together, test them out, see some of their resiliency. And then you've got pre-tied hooks, which is amazing. Just little straight J hooks. And I'd say maybe size 6 or 7 maybe. And then 3, I'm surprised they're not split shot, they're just slide sinkers. Bam, so there's that. Alright, so the next cool feature on this sheath, it's a rather thick sheath. It has a knife sharpener. Cool. Great for those that know how to use it properly, correctly. Because if you don't, you might just end up tearing up your knife. Alright, we've got this piece. Man, this sucker is stuck in there. There's quite a bit of space in this. Now they're saying that this shiny portion down here, let me clean it with my shirt for a few seconds, see if I can. They're saying that this is a part of a signaling system. So this is your signaling mirror right there. It is fairly shiny. So there you go. There's that. We'll put this guy, do it like that. Now it comes with a bunch of cool stuff in here. It comes with a little saw, it comes with a little spear point. That's this guy. Let me get this saw out. I don't know if any of you guys have ever played around with just the piece of wire saws, but they actually work a lot better than I would have imagined. So these are the handles for the saw. This is your actual saw. It's just a piece of cable that has chunks taken out so that when you're going back and forth on a piece of wood it will saw through it. So that's how you would use that. Not having these handles is not very fun. I've done it before. So you would just saw back and forth on whatever you're going for. Obviously you're not going to fell the great redwood trees, but the whole point I think is that it gives you an extra tool so that you can use that whenever you need it. Also, this is supposed to be a whistle. This tiny little guy here. Amazingly loud. There you go. And then you have your spear point for fish, small animals, whatever you might want to use it for. It is sharp on the point, and there's no blade on the sides or anything like that. But there are multiple holes along it, which I like because you can, you could use it on sticks. You can use maybe your spear breaks. You need to reapply it to another one. You need it to stay firmly, or maybe you're jabbing it through stuff and you miss and hit a tree. You don't want to rip your line off and then just be out and not be able to reattach it easily. So there you go, there's that. I don't know how much string is on here. I don't think they said on their website, but I'll be doing other videos, so check, and I will put them up. Alright, so here's the stuff that comes in the sheath with your signaling mirror in this little package. Here's the sheath itself, and it has a belt attachment right there. Bam. And you just slide your knife in, slide this guy in, and away you go. So overall, for the size and the compactness, I give it quite a few points because it's got a lot of good stuff in here. Some of the stuff, like the surgical blade, are fairly specific to survival use. You're not going to be using that for minor first aid. It does have a pair of band-aids, it does have extra fishing supplies. Overall, it's not a bad deal. You can pick it up for, I think it was 25 bucks on Amazon, 25. And then also on their site they advertise that you can pick it up at your local Army Navy store. or you can even go to rothco.com and buy it. I'm not sponsored for any of my videos. If anybody ever is curious, I just do them because I enjoy doing it. Helps me, gives me an excuse to buy a bunch more gear, play around. So there's all that stuff that I have for you. I'll touch back on the knife because I think that's probably the reason you buy the kit. You know, you don't buy a survival kit, you buy a knife which has survival stuff with it. So I like the knife. I like having a wider blade in some portions. I end up finding that I scrape things quite often with the blade sometimes, depending on what I'm doing, especially when I'm skinning or anything like that. Small animals, things like that, it helps a lot. So this has that, that's good. It's thick blade, should be fairly easy to sharpen. It looks like it's polished. It says it's stainless steel, which is important for water damage and longevity. My only real disappointment is that that's pinned, but again, I did a little research and found out that they haven't any problems or customer complaints on that, other than, hey, you know, I don't like the way this looks. So that's something, you know, that definitely means something. Anyhow, if you have any questions, let me know. I told you where you can get it, told you all the stuff, went through all the cool things, and we might go through some of their applications, stuff like that. I usually just do gear reviews on this channel. I keep the dollar here so that you guys can have perspective on how big things are. Bam. Like that, see? 'Cause not everybody has the same size hands. So if you like what I'm doing, you like my videos, go ahead, comment, like, subscribe. It'll allow me to keep on making more, guys. Thanks.